Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm going to be making a new batch of soap. I've actually got an order to make 60 heart-shaped soaps for a wedding that's coming up. She wants to give them out as favors to her guest. So I am going to be busy making those now. I got some new oils from Indigo Fragrance that I'm going to be testing out, and one of them is Vanilla Supreme, and coincidentally the bride that ordered these favors from me wants her flavor to be vanilla, so I'm really excited about that. I went ahead and got Vanilla Stabilizer because she also wants her soaps to be a cream color, and if you know, vanilla sometimes tends to turn the soaps brown. So I went ahead and got Vanilla Stabilizer in the hopes that it'll keep it a nice creamy color. I got my lye solution ready to be mixed. As always, you have to use lye safety precautions, gloves, goggles, well-ventilated area, and a mask. I'm going to mix that together. I'm going to step outside in just a minute. I have my oils and butters heating up. And once all of those things are at the correct temperature, I'll mix them together and we'll bring it up to trace, and I'll show you when that happens. Tonight's going to be a little batch, but again, we're just testing out this great new fragrance, Vanilla Supreme from Indigo Fragrance. So I'll bring you along once everything is set up. All right, I'm back. I got my lye all mixed together and it's just cooling down. I want to bring that to about 100 degrees. And again, my oils and butters are still heating up. I want to bring them up to about 100 degrees. Again, we're using a new fragrance I got, Vanilla Supreme by Indigo Fragrance, and I'm hoping that it will not change my color. But with most vanillas, it does change it to a brown. So that's why I went ahead and got the Vanilla Color Stabilizer, because the bride wants a cream colored bar. I'm also making sure that it won't cause any ricing, it won't set up my soap, it won't seize my soap. It's going to be a really small batch, so I'm probably only going to use about 1/4 ounce of the oil because I need to make 60, so I want to use the oil sparingly. But I will continue with the process and show you as we go along. Alright, I pulled my oils and butters off the stove because they were melted down. I went ahead and took a measurement of them. They're about at 145 degrees. I added some titanium dioxide to my lye solution, and it's about at 133 degrees. So I need to get these cooled down to approximately 110 to 100 or 100 degrees, 100 to 110, and I want them 5 degrees apart. And I am going to be using 1/2 ounce of the Vanilla Supreme by Indigo Fragrance and 1/2 ounce of the Vanilla Color Stabilizer, because you use it at a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down for a little bit, let these things cool down, and once that happens, I'll bring you back and bring it up to trace, add the color, add the fragrance, and we'll see how everything works out. Okay, my oils are cooled to about 111 degrees, and my lye is at 115. So they're 4 degrees apart, they're under 120, and I'm going to go ahead and mix them together, bring them up to trace. I will then add the fragrance, the 1/2 ounce of Vanilla Supreme by Indigo Fragrance and 1/2 ounce of Vanilla Stabilizer. I want to make sure that the new fragrance oil doesn't set up my soap, that it doesn't cause ricing, that it doesn't seize my batch, and I want to make sure that using the Vanilla Stabilizer, it doesn't discolor my soap. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that, and I'll show you when it's in the mold. Alright, sorry, I had to focus it there. I went ahead and brought it up to trace, and I added my 1/2 ounce of Vanilla Supreme and my 1/2 ounce of Vanilla Color Stabilizer. And as you can tell, it's really smooth. It didn't set up my soap. There's no ricing. It's holding the color nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the mold, set it for 24 hours, and then I'll unmold it and show you what that looks like. Alright, here it is all up in the mold. And it looks really, really pretty. It smells really good too. Again, it didn't set up my soap. It is keeping the color that I want right now. This is my first time using Vanilla Color Stabilizer, and also my first time using this Vanilla Supreme. So we shall see. Again, I'm going to put it away for 24 hours and then I'll unmold it and show you what that looks like. All right, it's been 24 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and unmold the soap. The color held up well and it smells so good. It smells like a sugar cookie, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmold it and then I'll show you what they look like. All right, they're out of the mold. The color held up well, as you can see. There's a slight, let's see if we can see it, orangey a tint to it, but I think that's from the vanilla stabilizer. I really think that's gonna go away. I'm really pleased with them. Again, the scent is Vanilla Supreme by Indigo Fragrance, and it did not set up the soap, didn't cause any ricing, it definitely didn't seize my batch. The scent held up well, and the color's holding up well with the vanilla color stabilizer in it as well. So I'm gonna let these air dry for 4 to 6 weeks because it's for my bride, and I'm gonna keep making some more. Thanks for watching.